What happens when a country goes so far down the cryptocurrency rabbit hole that it loses all sense of rational thought? Well, El Salvador has shown us exactly what happens with its plans to build a Bitcoin city at the base of a volcano. I had to read this one a few times and go and check on various reputable news sources because, let's be honest, it sounds like a joke. But no, President Nayib Bukele's announced a project to build Bitcoin City at the base of a Conchagua volcano. That's in the southeastern region of La Union. The city will, of course, be built in the shape of a large coin, and it will harness the geothermal energy generated by the volcano to power Bitcoin mining. We probably shouldn't be too surprised at this utterly bonkers announcement. After all, El Salvador recently became the first country in the world to accept Bitcoin as legal tender. When that happened, there were large-scale protests from the majority sensible residents of the country who were worried that using Bitcoin would result in instability and inflation. This is not a wealthy country. It's often hit by natural disasters, including earthquakes and hurricanes. Their economy is also hampered by government policies which mandate large economic subsidies, and it's hit by official corruption. They essentially do what they can to cause economic harm to the 6.8 million residents there. El Presidente announced Bitcoin City at a promotional Bitcoin event at the weekend, claiming the planned city would include everything. Everything apart from common sense, I assume. He said it would feature residential areas, commercial areas, services, museums, entertainment, bars, restaurants, airport, port, rail, everything devoted to Bitcoin. Even a football team named after not just Bitcoin, but also the meme coin Shiba Inu. The president of El Salvador is only 2 years younger than me. He's just 40 years old. He appeared on stage for this announcement wearing his baseball cap backwards. I'm not convinced that anyone wearing a backwards baseball cap should be making any economic decisions on behalf of the country. Look, I'm still concerned that UK Chancellor Rishi Sunak is only a year younger than me, but he at least appears to be a very sensible, rational, calm chap. We also heard during this announcement about Bitcoin City that there would be no income taxes levied in the city, only VAT on purchases, because when your economy is struggling and has been on occasion pretty close to collapse, the last thing you need is income tax revenue, right? Half of the VAT revenue raised in the city would be used to build up the city. The rest used to keep the streets neat and clean, which sounds like a solid business plan to me. We don't yet have any dates for the construction of Bitcoin City, but it will apparently cost around 300,000 Bitcoins to build. What's that in real money? About £12.8 billion. Actually, a bit less than £12.8 billion now, because the price of Bitcoin fell by around 2.5% on the announcement of Bitcoin City. Or does it mean they'll need 2.5% more Bitcoin to build the city? Because in the real world, of course, everything has to be paid for in fiat currency. The El Salvador government doesn't have 300,000 Bitcoin or its real-world equivalent in cash, so they're going to finance the building of Bitcoin City by issuing $1 billion worth of sovereign bonds backed by Bitcoin. Half of the proceeds from that cash raise will go towards the cost of infrastructure in Bitcoin City. The other half, of course, will go towards buying more Bitcoin. These sovereign bonds, which you absolutely should not invest in, by the way, they're being developed by a cryptocurrency company called Blockstream, who are predicting the price of Bitcoin will reach $1 million within 5 years. If that happens, the bonds would have an annual yield of 146% within a decade. Yep, that all sounds perfectly normal to me. Nothing at all to worry about there. Nothing at all. Anyway, good luck to El Salvador. I'm thinking total economic collapse within 3 years or so. Hopefully the International Monetary Fund are scraping together some pennies, ready for that much-needed rescue package. What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, I'm Martin Bamford. And remember, when it comes to your money, the more you know, the faster it can grow.